Welcome back to Skinny's Guitars. And no, this is not an Ash guitar. This is actually a 1959 Gibson GA88-Stereo twin or stereo combo tweed amp. It's a legendary ultra-rare tube amplifier that was manufactured by Gibson between 1959 and 1961. This amplifier was designed to be partnered with their brand new Gibson Stereo ES 345 and 355 guitars. And it honestly represents one of the most innovative and collectible pieces of engineering from Gibson's golden era, the late 50s. So what I think is one of the most remarkable characteristics of this amplifier is its unique modular Russian doll nested cabinet configuration. The amplifier features a two-piece cabinet system. The smaller cabinet snugly nests completely inside the larger cabinet for a unified transport, which makes it really easy to carry around. Besides, it's a little heavy. The head is a standalone amplifier chassis head that slides into kind of a dedicated tray-like storage compartment in the smaller cab. And it's kind of held in with two clips, so it's pretty snug in there. It won't really go anywhere. So what's really cool is if you're at a gig, you could take the head out, put it on behind you on a stool, and you could run each cabinet pretty far away from each other because each speaker has at least 30 feet of cable. And it's remarkable how far apart you could actually play this. If my house was a little bigger, I would show you that, but I'll show you a little playing demo later. So some of the technical specifications on this amp. So it's a true dual channel, high powered stereo amplifier built around a robust 8-tube chassis. So the power output, it delivers 18 watts per side. So roughly 35 to 36 watts of total power, which is, it would be extremely loud. I've played this thing on 5 and it's a really, really loud amplifier. In pure stereo, I can't imagine how loud it is. So the tubes. The circuit utilizes 4 EL84s, so 6BQ5s, power tubes, one pair dedicated to each side, and 3 12AX7 preamp tubes, or the ECC83s. Speakers are bone stock in this. The whole thing was bone stock, but I've had a little bit of work to get it up and running, so but I'll talk more about that a little bit later. So the speakers are premium dual 12-inch Jensen P12P anechoic speakers, each housed in a separate enclosure. So the control layout for the head. It features a clean top control layout providing separate volume, bass, and treble controls for both channels. There's 2 channels with 2 inputs, alongside a global mono stereo toggle switch with a standby. So there's a little bit of a crucial operational warning with this amp. Because the GA88-S features a true stereo circuit with 2 separate output transformers, it is absolutely critical that both speakers are plugged in into the outputs at all times during the operation. Running the amplifier with one speaker connected or without an improper load will quickly blow the respective output transformers. Thank God that happened with this because all of that's original. So kind of the rarity and market value of these amps. So Gibson was relatively late to the high-powered amplifier market. As players kind of pivoted towards the Fender's new piggyback head and cab style amps, but honestly, I had one of those before and they're really impossible to move because the early ones they were bolted together. The head was bolted onto the cab and you had the lean back things, and trying to carry one of those around is crazy. This one is it's nice, easy combo. Since the cabinet's kind of snug together, there's no knobs or anything on the outside at all, which I'll show you in a little bit. But I mean, it's a little heavy, but you can still carry this. It's like a old Marshall or something. It's a little heavy, but it's combo form, and I think easy to carry around. So either way, but these never achieved like mainstream success, to say the least. They're kind of big, kind of cumbersome, and so as a result, only 236 units were ever built during its short 3-year production run, with exactly 102 produced in 1960. I know this is a 59. I feel like a lot less were built in the early 59, but these amps are pretty rare. They're highly coveted, kind of unicorns among vintage collectors. And finding a clean, original, vintage example around today is kind of hard. I've looked and I've found about 8 of them over the last 12 years that have hit the market. Not more than that. Some are really beat up. Some are just the head. Some are super clean. There's 2 for sale right now that I know of. One's 5,500-ish. One's 7,500. So I saw this amp pop up at my local Guitar Center. So I was intrigued because it was 100% original. Nothing had been touched at all. I asked the guys at Guitar Center if they would plug it in to make sure it turned on and made noise, and they did. And if I show you the power cable, which I had replaced, I'll show it to you in a little bit, you wouldn't believe that they're still alive. It's in such bad shape. It's so cracked, there's wire exposed everywhere, but it worked. And it had all the original tubes, it had everything in it, original speakers, so I took a chance on it. It wasn't too crazy expensive. But I'm not a big vintage amp collector guy. I just found this one fascinating, and since it was local to me, I decided to kind of go for it. So I'll get this thing apart. I'll show you how it works, and I'll show you all the details and nuances of it. But first, I'll take you for a little walk around, see what it looks like. Another thing I want to mention, so I did have this amp worked on by one of the top guys in Massachusetts. It's called AZ Tech. And he's pretty legendary around the Boston area for being probably one of the top amplifier guys out there. So a couple things that I noticed that he did. He obviously changed the power cord so I could use it. He put new electric caps in it, new coupling caps, all brand new tubes. I didn't want to use the old tubes. I still have them all. I just want it to work. I don't want any problems and going back and forth to him, so I just put all brand new power tubes in it. There was also one of the GA88-S was leaking, so he fixed that. I could show you a couple more of the parts that he had done, but either way, he got it up and running, and I'll show you a playing demo in a little bit, but it sounds fantastic, except for one of the speakers is a little old, so you got to go careful on the bass. One of them's perfect, one of them's going to need to be reconed, and I'll talk more about that later. Okay, so here's the original cord, and I can't believe they plugged this thing in. It's in such bad shape. There's literally exposed wire. It's got the original 2-prong there. It's just unbelievable how bad this is. So to my guess is that this amp sat for a long time and wasn't used. Yeah, you could see how bad this is. These are some of the parts they took out of it. I'm not a big amplifier guy, so I don't know a ton, but everything, like I said, everything was original, tubes and everything. A couple of the tubes they were smoked over pretty good, but that's why I decided to just replace them all. I didn't want to go back and forth over and over and have things replaced because he's not super close to me, my amp tech. But yeah, that's all that's really been changed. Not too much. Obviously, this needed to go. He said these needed to go, and yeah, I put a new light in there so it lights up. But yeah, pretty cool. So let me take you around the amplifier next. Okay, so here's the front of the amp. It's missing the G, which is no really big deal, but it's in really good shape. This is how the back slides in right here. So you can see there's no real knobs or anything at all. They just kind of slide in together like that Russian doll nesting type of thing. Here's the side of it. What's really cool is the handle. It's a Gibson, it has Gibson on there, and it's got a kind of tweed sandwiched in between, which is really cool. And I'll go over the whole thing a little more in detail in a sec. Okay, let me show you how it comes apart. So basically push these two clips in, and then you give it a quick yank, slide it out. Usually it would have a handle. Like I said, I'm getting one made for it. Then you open it up. Yeah, get it so you can see it a little better. So obviously this is just a cab with a speaker, and it comes with a ton of speaker wire in these things. It's actually incredible. There's these little loops here that you could wrap it around, and there's got to be 30 feet of wire on these things. They go forever. And this is the smaller cab, which has a speaker in it. Same thing, it's got tons of speaker wire, which stores up in here. You have the head stored in here, held in by these two clips, which is really cool. And then you have the power cable. And yeah, it's very, very simple design, and it's all meant to come apart without a problem. You could put this in the middle, put the two speakers really far apart, and yeah, it's pretty cool design for 1959, to say the least. Okay, I've got it all taken apart. So this is the large speaker. It's missing the G, but it's got everything else. It's in really good shape. The large, which is surprising because this is kind of the outer shell that protects everything else. It's got a little bit of something down on the corner. Let me adjust this real quick. It's got a little something down there in the corner, but nothing crazy. It's in really good shape. It's got the original handle, which is cool. It's got like the tweed inside the handle. Some stains on top. I mean, what do you expect? It's 1959. It's still in really, really good shape. The bottom of this one is a little bit stained, but it's all there and it's dry now. Here's the back of it. So you got the original speaker in it, the Jensen Special Design loudspeaker. You got a serial number of 220, which is Jensen, 9, which is 1959, and it's the 11th month. They're the P12PC6279. There's a little bit of writing in the cabinet, which I don't know exactly what any of it would mean. It's pretty old. You guys know, you can put it in the comments. It's a little beat up down here, but what do you expect? Like I said, it's old. And these are the metal pieces that the smaller ones slide on. So you can see them right there. This is where the metal clips into. So you can see they're pretty tough shape, but that's what happens when you don't have like any kind of like metal in here to protect it. It looks like they just kind of filed away a little bit of the wood, and you gotta be careful. But that's definitely gonna happen without any kind of real protection over the years. But yeah, it's pretty good shape. Nothing crazy going on there. And like I said, the cabinet, the wood and everything's dry. It doesn't really smell. I mean, it smells vintage, but it doesn't have like any cigarette odor. All the screws are here for this cabinet. I mean, for the speaker. All the screws are there, which is great. And then you can see where the wire kind of loops around these metal tabs. There's one on the bottom as well. But yeah, so that's fully complete. All original. Nothing's been changed in this at all. The speaker's a little rough. It's gonna need a recomb, but if you dial back the bass, it's not that bad. Okay, let's go over here. This is the smaller speaker. This is where the cord for the head goes. This is where the head slides into. It's got these cool rubber bumpers with the flathead screws. This is where the speaker wire coils. This is in really good shape. All the tweed is in great. This one's great shape. It's got more writing in it. Like I said, if anybody knows what it means, drop in the comments. I had this replaced because it was missing. So did a really good job on it. The place I brought it, these guys are incredible. Same thing, original speaker here. Same. So this one looks like it's for the. Oh, so I said the 11th month. It's actually the 11th week because this one is from the 44th week of 1959. But like the all original again, this one's in really good shape. Let me bring you around to the front. So this is the front of it. This one's just missing the top half of the G, which stinks. I don't want to replace anything, so I'm going to leave all this. This one's in pretty good shape too. It's not as bad. It's not that bad. Like I said, it's an old amp. So yeah, these are the mechanisms that lock the speaker in. They're pretty sharp. You wonder why all the tweed was ripped. These things are they're actually really sharp. But that's how they work. You basically just put it in, put it out. Same with this one. And then the handle, I have all the hardware for the handle, which is in a bag around here somewhere. So I'm having a leather strap made for this. That should fit in there perfectly. And then the strap back. Here's the top. We got some nice cigarette burns there. Some stains. I think it looks awesome. I love the vintage tweed, and I wouldn't try to clean it. I don't want to mess with it at all. But yeah, really cool. And now here's the head. I took the top off it just so you can see in here, but it's got 2 channels, 2 inputs. You got 2 volume control for each channel, bass and treble. Then you have an off, a standby, a stereo, and monaural, which I'm not 100% sure what that means. Here's the inside of it. All the transformers, everything's original, except for the tubes and the tube shields. I had new ones put on because the other ones, the springs were just shot. Like I said, I still have all the original tubes. I don't have them out. I put them away a while ago, and I don't feel like taking them out right now. But yeah, it's in really good shape. Here's the side, so you can pick it up. It's got handles. I'll bring it around back. Here's the back of it. Nothing too fancy. It's got all the screws. I got a little heat shield under there so I don't ruin my countertops. But yeah, didn't need that much work. You could see in there, there's nothing, not a whole lot's been changed. Okay, ready to do a little sound demo on the 1959 GA88-S stereo amplifier. I'm using a Gibson / Nash Les Paul, back to the Skinny's guitars part of it. This was the first Gibson Les Paul that Bill ever did a recreation on. It's a 2000, exactly a 2000 Les Paul Classic, so you can kind of tell by these inlays. It's a great guitar. It's got Lawler pickups in it. I think he puts all Seymour Duncans in it now. But yeah, it's a great guitar. All right, so let's fire this puppy up. Makes a lot of noise when you turn it on. So it's actually on standby, but this is stereo. And this is mono. Okay, so it's on. I have the volume at 2. I have the bass at 7, and I have the treble at 2. This is a very trebly amp, so you kind of want to keep the treble down. Let me just play a little bit for you. It's pretty quiet. Little teeny hum, but nothing too crazy. It's probably because I have the lights on in here. But let's start out the neck. And I'm sure you could probably hear this speaker right here is right on the verge of going. Probably going to have it reconed at some point, but this speaker is totally fine. Hopefully I'm not blocking it too much, but yeah, it sounds pretty good. Very dynamic. Let's try it out in the neck pickup. I mean the middle pickup. Sorry about that. It's very articulate and reactive. The speakers sound great, even for one of them being on its way out. Speakers sound fantastic. Let's try the neck out. You'll see how bright this amp is in the treble pickup here. You have to dial back the tone on it, especially, and then have a little bit more bass than treble to make it sound really nice. So I would bring it back. I bring back the tone probably just a little bit. Speaker. Yeah, super beautiful sounding amp. I only have it on 2 and it's pretty loud. It's definitely filling up my whole open concept kitchen here area, living room. It's a loud amp. I can't imagine. Well, let's try putting it on 5 and see what happens. It's gonna blow my ears out here. You can hear it hum a little bit more, but nothing too crazy. Probably push the speaker. Speaker going. This one's totally fine. That one's gone. Alright, it's way too loud for this room. Holy moly. So I'll bring it back down to 2. Let me go through the, let's turn down the bass till 2 and see what it sounds like with the bass way down. Whoa. Huge volume drop. So just a huge volume drop at the bass. I'll bring it back up, put it back. I like it around 7. Kind of feels nice. Put it on 5, just see what it sounds like. Sounds nice. Now, the treble on the other hand, I'll put these pretty high up so you can hear how bright it is. I'll put it in the middle. But when you turn the treble up, it's like crazy. It's very bright. Actually sounds really nice with the treble way up. Kind of surprised. Sound better with this, with the way the speaker is. This amp sounds great. I'm actually super impressed by it. If we bring the treble, I'll put them both on 5. See how it sounds. And I'm not jumping the channels. I'm just sticking with channel 1. I'll put it in stereo too. You can hear that, but I just don't want to mess with it too much. I know I could do stuff like that, but I'm just playing it normal, enjoying it. articulate. I really like this amp a lot. Okay, let me try it in stereo, see how it sounds. Get ready. Okay, it's in stereo. It's very quiet in stereo too, wow. Can't really hear any. You can hear my AC and the running in the background, but that's kind of it. Very quiet. Really sounds good in stereo, especially with the bass and the trem, right where the treble is. It sounds incredible. Wow. Apparently the pots in this Nashville a little scratchy. Yeah, it sounds great. I bet this amp would sound great with a little bit of reverb, tremolo, delay, maybe a little bit of overdrive. I'll have to plug my pedal board into this once I get this speaker taken care of and give it a go. But I think it would sound great. I mean, it's so nice. Whoops, sorry, my guitar sounds a little. It sounds so nice, just clean like this with very little anything. It sounds beautiful. It can go super loud too, but I can't imagine how it would sound with great effects on it. Man, I bet you this thing would sound great with a ES345 stereo plugged into it, the speakers on the far end of each of the stage, having this turned up to like 5, bass, treble, and noon, and just have it flat out. I bet you it would sound incredible because this is a great sounding amp. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the video. The amp is really cool. Like I said, I'm going to take care of it, get it all set up, maybe keep it, maybe not, but it's definitely worth playing one of these or buying one of these if you can find them for sale. They're pretty rare to say the least, and they're really hard to find. Like I said, this one kind of popped up and I kind of wanted to rescue it when I saw it. So I'm pretty happy I did. I'm glad I did the work so far to bring it up to make it playable and sound great. So thanks for watching the videos and thanks for watching Skinny's Guitars. I'll be back to Nash's soon enough. I've been on a little bit of a tangent with this amp, and that's kind of the way I am. Thanks for watching. Bye.